Okay, so let's review. We have 3D modeling week 1 assignment, all right? 1, choose the next empty slide and add your name. 2, given a word from the game word generator, and all you're going to do is type in game word generator like this. You are going to let it generate words. So new word, starfish, okay? So it says use mesh objects, which is a fancy way of saying shapes, to create a 3D model of this word in Blender. Repeat this activity 4 times and create 4 simple models. Post a screenshot of your 4 3D models on your slide. So this is what it looks like. You've got these Google Slides, and what you would do is you'd go to the next slide. And we had a lot of students who put their name but didn't submit any work. Okay, so this is where I'd put my name. I would just triple click 1, 2, 3, or just go over it and go, this is Mrs. Girot. Now you'll notice that we don't ever put full first or last names. We want to keep it FERPA friendly. So if I'm making a video, whoops, see, just like that, we don't want to see anybody's full name. Okay, so please follow that protocol. So here are the 4 examples. Now this heart is actually 2-dimensional, but that just shows me this student was playing around with the tools and learned how to use a pen, but it would have been great if it had been 3-dimensional. So everything when we say create a model, that means it is 3-dimensional and it is created from mesh shapes. So like this ice cream cone obviously has a cone. It has a donut, which is called what? If we go Shift A to add, and we go mesh, because remember I said we're adding mesh shapes. That is the torus. The torus is the donut. If I come over here to my transform tools, I can go ahead and grab that torus, and I'm clicking and holding my middle mouse button right now so I can kind of revolve around that 3D viewport. I can see my torus, okay? So I obviously am not going to want a cube in there, so I can just click on my cube and hit delete. All right, but I definitely need a cone, so I'm going to add a mesh. I'm going to add a cone, and it's upside down. Do you remember that I showed you that you could pull this out? So what axis do I need to rotate this around? I'm going to go ahead and just pick the X axis under rotation, and I'm going to go 180 degrees, because I know if I rotate that 180 degrees, it's going to be perfectly up and down, okay? And I think I'll just go ahead. I don't need to resize it. I'm pretty sure it's just the right size. But this blue arrow right here, since I've got that one selected, it's going to go right here. So boom, there's the base of my cone. And now what's the next thing that I need for my cone? I need some ice cream. So I'm just going to go ahead and I can click add here. Or remember that shortcut for adding is Shift A. Okay, mesh, and here is a nice UV sphere, and it's already, since I have this is just really beautiful that if I have my transform tool over here, I have all these great options at my fingertips all at one time. I can set my ice cream there, perfect, and whoa, you know what, I'm scrolling, and this is new for me, and it's actually scaling my ice cream cone. It's making it bigger. How funny. Okay, I'm going to click off of it right now so that I'm not scaling that whole thing. And I'm going to add another ice cream cone to put on top. So mesh, and here we go. UV sphere. Now remember, a circle is 2-dimensional. See how it's flat? Yeah, that's just a, I mean, I can change the shape of it and stuff, but it's just a flat circle. Remember, we want 3D stuff, right? So I'm gonna hit Control Z. Now, if you wanted to use that to create something else that's 2-dimensional in your 3-dimensional scene, like a rug, that would be a great thing to do. But let's go ahead and stick with 3D stuff for now. And then add mesh. I want another UV sphere. I'm gonna move it up on top, but I want this one smaller, so I'm gonna hit, I'm going to scroll. Nope, that grabs the whole thing. Not liking that. I'm going to hit the S, just S, and that's going to allow me to move my mouse. Remember, S is for scale, so I hit S, and now it's just, just moving my mouse. I'm not clicking any buttons or anything, and there it is, okay? Now, do you think that I should put a cherry on top? I do, so I'm just going to go ahead and add. And you know what I could do? I could just take this one, and I think I can hit Shift D, and duplicate it, and yep, sure enough, and it stuck to my mouse. I couldn't see it at first because it was right on top, but when I moved my mouse, there it was. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop it and delete it, and I'm gonna this time, so I'm gonna select that, and I'm gonna hit Shift D, and I'm not gonna move anything. Okay, I'm just gonna hit. I want to move this up and down the Y axis, so I'm going to hit my G for grab and move. I'm going to hit the Y. Nope, I don't want Y. Sorry, Z. I want to move it up and down. Z. And I'm just going to grab it and move it up a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to click off of it. And now I'm going to hit S, and I'm going to scale it down so it's just a cute little cherry. Okay. All right, so there's my ice cream cone. I'm going to click off of the whole thing. So for the assignment then, what I want to do, I guess that's not enlarging it, it's scaling me in. When I scroll, it's scaling me in. Okay. I used to be able to hit Control and Alt. Some things aren't moving the way that they used to for me. But I guess I'm going to have to figure that out as I go along. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this with my snipping tool. You guys all have the snipping tool? Love it. You should just be able to start typing snipping, and snipping will come up in your programs. So then you click new, and you just go like this, take your screenshot, copy that, and then I'm going to go over here and find the slide that has my name on it, which was down at the very bottom, and I'm just going to get rid of that and go Control V, and there we have it. Ding. There's my ice cream cone that I created. All right, so literally you are just creating objects, and you can imagine these are called models. You can imagine what students did to create these models, and you can go to your generator and go new word, hamburger, bathroom, octopus, bowl. These are things just to give you some ideas, brainstorm things that you could create. And let me just go ahead and go through and show you the rest of these that are just great. Students just had so much fun creating these models. And we'll be learning how to add color, which is going to be so awesome. Color's the best.